name's Steve Gillon. I'm an Education Ranger with Cowal and Trossachs Forest District, and welcome to my office. On the Cowal Peninsula here, we're actually a part of National Park. The Argyll Forest covers about 22,000 hectares. It tends to keep us a wee bit busy from time to time. Since I was wee, I was always really kind of an outdoorsy person. When it came to it, my brothers were into football and it just never really interested me. I was much more interested in just getting out. And then it kind of stuck. And that kind of developed into what I decided I wanted to do as a job if I could manage it. Jubilee Point here is a special little place, not only for everybody else that comes here just because it's as fantastic as it is to look at, but personally, in my previous job, my previous life as an outdoor activity instructor, we used to bring children here to kayak or canoe on the loch when the winds meant we couldn't do it in the sea. We could also take them up into the hills behind us. It's really just a fantastic wee place for anyone who's not been here, but even for people like myself who've been here thousands of times. I did a degree at uni in environmental biology and managed to get a job teaching down south at an outdoor centre, teaching biology, geology, geography. So we were also teaching outdoor activities. Moved back up to Scotland and found myself in Dunoon. That was about 13 years ago. Basically fell in love with the area, got stuck, and why wouldn't you when you've got all of this round about you? One of the big jobs we do is to go around tidying up after a busy weekend. If it's a public holiday weekend, for example, we quite often get a lot of people who will come down, they'll camp. Most folk will take away the bulk of the rubbish, but some people will leave it behind. I just genuinely don't understand why people do it. But all you need to do is to bag up your rubbish, and if you're not going to take it home with you, which is what the commissions would really like you to do, so there's none of it lying about, then 400, 500 yards, there's plenty of bin space along there. This is one of the trails, one of the 80 odd trails we have in the district that myself and my colleagues have to check up to 4 times a year. Each trail anywhere up to about 1.5 miles to 2 miles long, so probably not shy of 100 miles of trails, not including the longer distance trails that we have, such as the Cobbler at Argyll. As part of our trail maintenance, one of the things we quite often have to do, identify anything that needs fixing or changed. In this case, the culverts that we've got that go underneath the trails. If any of them get blocked, then water can build up behind them and flush out the trail. And what we're looking for when we go along is we're looking to make sure that the path's in a decent, safe condition, but also that just looking about it from anyone's point of view, that they're getting the full visitor experience of what's such a nice path through a nice section of woodland as it is. Just generally making sure that it's as good as it can be. So what we do is we come round with a shovel, and basically we make sure that any water that's coming down has free access to flow under the trail and away and not cause any damage. And I would say that one's fairly clear now. Probably the biggest part of my job is to engage with the people when they're here. Just talk to them, tell them who I am, find out who they are, where they're from, ask why they've come here to this particular part of the Argyll Forest Park.
Fox Glen up at the Arboretum,
yes.
As well, that's lovely, it really is. It's great. You know, the different trees that's there, it's wonderful, really.
Yeah. I mean, it's lovely, but the number of those plastic bags that people just chuck.
They just chuck them away.
Also though, to try and educate folk about not leaving so much mess behind, a chance for them to ask us what we are doing in terms of looking after the place as the Forestry Commission. This is Argyll Beach. It's one of the sort of picnic sites in the area, one of the most popular spots, particularly on days like today, and you can see why. I mean, it's only the start of May. We've got a glorious day and we've got a good number of families out and about. This particular place is really special to a lot of different folk for a lot of different reasons. It's got a lot of history to it, a lot of military history to it. The Cockleshell Bay Heroes were very much practised here. We've got the coniferous forest, we've got the deciduous forest, we've got Atlantic oak woodland at the back, and just behind it there's a SSSI site. I mean, it's an amazing place to lots of people, but it's really special to me, and it's really great that I get to visit it fairly frequently throughout my work now that I do with the Commission. I would definitely say that this has to be one of the best jobs going. It's a job that from a very early age I thought I wanted, and eventually now that I'm there, I can be pretty sure that I'm very happy doing what I'm doing. Being out and about, natural world, plants, animals, people, the landscape. It's not really just a job, it has become a way of life, just because you live in and amongst the community that you're working with and for.